This particular photograph was selected by Kathy Ryan for the American Photography 25, a really great image from the San Luis Valley. All of these Madonnas are shot from where I grew up in southern Colorado. This one has prejudicial statements against women looking for jobs. On the left, we'd take you in a minute if you were a man. This book is called Cupid's Cay, The Bahamas. Was created over a 13-year period. I went to the Bahamas 5 different times with a group of students, 1994 to 2007. This features one island. Here's flying into the islands. And then here we have some beautiful newsprint rice papers. The idea with this book was to show the island, make the book a little bit interactive. Here's the shadow of the plane flying into one of the islands. This is one of my most recent books. Did this with a project with my students. We each made these tiny little books, 3x4, and they fit into a portfolio perfectly. Myself and the students made 12 books. There's a lot of modern day enemies besides cancer, and so I wanted to show that. This is my own cancer cells from a slide. Here I am looking at bees, cancer cells in the background. I did a vector illustration of the bee with cancer cells. Lambs of the San Luis Valley starts with hemp paper, followed by tamarind paper, tamarind leaf. The tamarind bush only grows in the desert. The San Luis Valley is a desert. Introduction, title page, and then it follows with sewn signatures within a star-formed concertina. The Middle East Baltimore Stories, Images and Words from a Displaced Community, I did in collaboration with an arts organization in Baltimore and a grassroots action group called Save the Middle East Action Committee. Some great stories from Middle East Baltimore. Donald, who was president of Save Middle East Action Committee. Some really great characters, people who took care of the neighborhood, who watched out for the neighborhood. The Middle East Baltimore Stories is about a neighborhood that had eminent domain placed on it by Johns Hopkins. 800 African-American, predominantly African-American families had to leave their homes and be displaced from a neighborhood that they loved. This particular pastor is mourning the loss of his church. They gave him a new building, but he was never able to occupy it because it couldn't pass building codes.